All right, I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going.
All right, I'm Jahanzeb. I'm the lead producer on Bless Unleashed.
Alrighty. So what made you want to rebuild Bless Online from scratch and develop Bless Unleashed?
So let me give you a little history. So the development team on Bless Unleashed was working on this game well before the PC version launched. And the head of development for the Bless Unleashed game actually noticed a lot of kind of flaws with he felt the PC version. So a lot of those were addressed in the design that he was building. There was also on the console, we always felt like there was a hunger for MMORPGs on the console. There aren't a lot of them out there, and the ones that are mostly ports. So we felt like there was an opportunity to really build an MMO focused on all the pros that the console offers. So we knew that was going to be a completely different experience. From the controllers to the features, things like communication. We have chat in the game, but obviously players on consoles aren't going to be using a lot of chat. So
not unless they're in a party,
right,
like a party chat.
Right. And emphasis on voice chat, for example. So we knew, like, in order to create a really good MMORPG on console, you can't just port something. You need to build it from the ground up. And there were also things like just the visuals. We wanted to... I think the PC version was built on Unreal 3, and so this is built on Unreal 4, which offers us a lot more power and ability to do a lot more.
Okay. So I guess that kind of touches on number 2, was as to why you upgraded from the game engines from Unreal 3 to Unreal 4.
Yeah. So I can't go into details about that one just because of my lack of technical knowledge about that, but it offers... I think a lot more options in terms of visuals, and I think Jason, I can probably find some more information for you and send it over.
Okay, that'd be wonderful. So previously mentioned the team has considered previously mentioned that the team considered changing the name. What ultimately led to keeping Bless in the title?
So I would say it was mostly because there are some things we share with the PC version. Those are primarily assets. You'll notice, like, the assets are a lot more improved here. But character models, some animations are reused, weapon models, equipment models, things like that. Some of the races are the same too. So we knew, like, people that were familiar with the PC version, it's going to be obvious, the same art style, similar assets. So we did think about changing it. One of the names, for example, we tossed around was Godslayer, because of the things to do with the storyline. But in the end, we felt like, we can't... We're not going to try and fool people. Like, it's a completely different game. It is, but like, the assets are shared.
Okay.
But the Unleashed part of it really harkens to the action combat, orientation of the game. So you aren't really restrained by that keyboard and mouse. It's a much more free-flowing experience.
Okay. Now, since the game is going to be free to play but it's going to have microtransactions, how do you plan on making sure the game is not pay to win?
Right. So the things that we're going to be offering in our cash shop are primarily cosmetics and convenience items.
Okay.
So in terms of cosmetics, you can expect things like costumes for your characters, mounts, skins for your weapons. And then in terms of convenience items, things like portable crafting stations, so you don't have to go into town to like work on things, and potions and boosts and those kinds of things.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about the classes. What's the range of classes that you're going to have?
Right. So we have 5 classes. The one you're playing here is the priest. We also have the berserker. We have the crusader, the ranger, and the mage. So what's kind of cool about these classes is you can solo the large parts of the game by yourself. And that was a design choice by the development team because, how many times have you been playing an MMO where you're just kind of waiting for this one specific class, right? I've quit MMOs for that reason because I can't find the right people to play with. So that is very much part of the design. They all have unique skills, so unique combos, unique blessing skills. But these classes are designed to complement each other. So if you do want to play together, there's advantages. So like with the priest, you can drop down that ring sort of special ability it has so that your teammates can kind of move into that ring that you drop down and get their attack power and go at it. The ranger, for example, has a very powerful charging shot. So if you have your teammates sort of tanking, distracting a big boss, you can hang back and fire off like a powerful charge shot.
Nice.
So
okay. So do you plan on expanding that later? The types of characters you can play as?
Yes.
Awesome. What made you not want passive health regen?
That's another one I think I'm going to have to check with the development team on. But it does make for a more kind of challenging experience. One of the things I did want to touch on regarding passive health regen is we have these things called soul pyres. I think you spawned out one,
yes.
right? So those are kind of cool because they're scattered throughout the world. Some of them are larger than others. And
it's not totally an obvious thing, though.
Yeah.
So, like, I went up to him and was like, "Ooh, it's shiny."
Right.
So.
And in the full game, actually, you can actually interact with that. So.
Okay.
Some of the cool things about the soul pyre is that they're kind of natural congregation points because when you die, you will respawn at your nearest activated soul pyre. So you activate it by just walking up to it.
Okay, cool.
And voice chat can be enabled around the soul pyre. So you have that kind of campfire experience. You can craft at soul pyres.
Okay.
You can also craft food and share the food, so everyone gathered around will gain buffs.
Awesome. So what would you say to people who are skeptical on trying Bless Unleashed, who might have felt a little let down with Bless Online?
So it's a free-to-play game. So if you're skeptical of this game because of the PC game, just download it when it comes out.
Just give
try
it a shot.
out.
If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah, you don't have to play it. I feel like if you are skeptical, but you do still have some interest, just play it. Try to get into the beta or wait for it when it launches. It's going to be free. I feel like people who have played the PC game, and this is one of the reasons why we came to PAX West and why we came to PAX East, is because we wanted people who play the PC version to play this version. Just pick it up, try it out for 5 minutes, and usually what we hear within the first few minutes of people playing it is like, oh wow, this is very different. And you can see some of that from the videos, but videos, interviews, they can only tell you so much. It's really just playing it, and seeing it for yourself.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.